Masechet Avodah Zarah Daf Lamed Ben Amud the second to last line, we mentioned in the Mishnah that if you see an animal with with a skin that was a hole by the heart, you have to worry that it was used for Avodah Zarah and therefore the sort for benefit. Barot Ledivin, Tanur Banan, Ezu Orleva, what's considered what's the prerequisite is knowing that it was used for Avodah Zarah. Kol Shekarua Kenei Gedalev, any skin that is torn opposite the heart, Vekadur Kimin Yarubad, and it looks like a window, a round window looking. Yes, you'll have coded if there's blood around it, asur, it's asur, because it must be that it was killed while it was alive. And it was, and therefore that was used for Avodah. And Allah could have done mutar, but if there's no blood around it, then it was mutar because it was happened after it died and it was not for Avodah Zarah. Rashi then on top of that, that's only if it was not salted up. But if it was already salted, it's asur. Because maybe the salt took away the blood, and therefore you don't know if it was used. Rashbag Omer, בזמן שהכל אסור, משות mutar. Rashbag said in the Mishnah, if the hole is circular, it's asur. If it's long, it's mutar. The Gemara says, Marvis ben Shmuel, halakha Rashbag, halakha according to Rashbag. The Gemara says, Amar Abaye, Abaye says, one second, halakha k'mitzvah pligi. No one argued against him in the Mishnah. He just, that's what he clarified what the Mishnah said. Nobody said anything against it. Why did say the halakha is like him? No one argued. He says, Amar le, manaf kaminach, who cares? Then for sure the halakha is like Rashbag. He answered back, Amar le, Abaye said to Rav Yosef, no, 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 no. Gemara, Gemor, Zemoratatehe. Well, the Gemara is a song to you that you just say things that don't mean anything. It has to be applicable. And therefore, you shouldn't say things that is pointless. Next, basar nechnas la'avodot chavim mutar, meat that enters the avodah zarah place is asur mutar. Before if you get it beforehand, once it goes out, it's asur. Mantana who says according to him, Arab Hiya Barab Marichan look not against her, not like Rabbi Elazar. He holds Hamar Stamach Shevet Avodah Chavim la'avodot chavim. He says whenever a goy has meat, it's asur, and therefore, if you have meat of a goy, even if it didn't go into the Avodah Zarah place yet, you have to assume he already slaughtered it for the Avodah Zarah, and even then it's asur. Next, vayotze asur mipnei shehu b'kisef hametim. Now we had this earlier. We quoted this earlier. We said that he said that if meat and it comes out of the Avodah Zarah place, it's asur because it's considered like the dead. The sacrifices for the dead. Because it's impossible that it was not used for Avodah Zarah. Money according to Ibn Tana Rabbi Meir, that makes tuma. How do you know that Avodah Zarah korban is like temeh, like a tumat met, like a dead person? We said it before, שנאמר ויסמדו לבעל פאות ויאכלו זבחי מתים. מה מת מהאוהל אף תקרוב את עבודת החולים מן הטומאה. The just juxtaposition of the pasuk teaches you that it compares and combines the halachot of dead person to Avodah Zarah Korban to teach you that they have the same halacha. Next, halachin tarfut asun l'setet. We say that if the goy is traveling on the way to Avodah Zarah party, you can't do business with him. On the way back, it's mutar. The Gemara says, "Mar Shmuel, if he's going on the way there, b'halichot asur, the reason why he's asur on the way there because he might think he's Avodah Zarah on the way. B'hazana mutar on the way back is mutar because manda have what already happened, he won't go back to say thank you. He said, a Jew is going to the Avodah Zarah party, but on the way there is mutar. Maybe he won't go anymore. But Hazra Asur on the way back is Asur because why? Because if you on the way back, the Jew will do business. You do business with him, he might say, "Wow, look, this thing works. Avodah Zarah works." He'll go back to the idol to thank it. Jews are more religious than the goyim with Avodah Zarah. But this is 1 second. We say this practice says either way, on the way there or on the way back is Asur. Where I said Amar Bashe, that Brita is talking about a case. Why is that Brita saying that even on the way there is Asur? Which we said not in the first Brita, because that's talking about a Jew who's rebellious. Jew who's rebellious will still go, no problem. Tamaram. A Jew, a goy is going to a like a Avodah Zarah carnival. Ben B'Halicha Ben Hadra Mutar, both ways are Mutar. Yisrael Shei Hadar Cherid B'Halicha Mutar on the way there is Mutar for a Jew. But Hadra Asur on the way back from there that's Asur. The Mishnah Yisrael Hadra Asur. Why is a Jew Asur on the way back? The Amri Avodah Chavim Zabin, because maybe you might think that he told Avodah Zarah at the place. The Me'ah Avodah Chavim Ikabaneh, and therefore he has the money from Avodah Zarah sale. Why does Avodah Chavim Nami? But then with the goy, name of Avodah Chavim Zabin. He sold the Avodah Zarah by the party, by the carnival. The Avodah Chavim Ikabaneh, therefore he also has the money there. Basically by a goy. I mean, and lima zabin hamar zabin. Because maybe he's a merchant and he sold clothing or a donkey. That's why you take the money from the goy. He sold amis, but then why hakim a Jew? Nema aimur lima zabin hamar zabin. He also sold something else, clothing or a donkey. Merchant says no. Why is Jew different? He eat the havele hacha have. If a Jew had other stuff, he would have sold to a fellow Jew. The fact that he went to this Avodah Zarah fair must be he does Avodah Zarah. Mishnah says. But in mutarin, those who are coming back from Avodah Zarah party, it's mutar. Marbishum lakish lo shana elish in kishin zebazeh. That's only because they're not walking together. They're walking one at a time as mutar. Avakishin zebazeh, if it's a group, asurin is asur. Imma da'atul asur, because maybe if they're a group, they might go back. They're planning going back together. Okay. Nodot ha'avodei kochavim dekankenim. It says the leather flasks of goyim and their earthenware jugs for wine. The mayor says you can't benefit from it. Havim say you can benefit from it. They both say you can't drink them. Tamanam. Nodot ha'avodei kochavim. The leather flasks of goyim girudim hadashim mutarin. If they're smooth, then they are, and new, they're mutar. Yeshanim umzupafin asurin. But if they're old or they're lined with like tar or pitch, they are asur because that will um oh, because they might have wine residue. If the goy poured the tar and tanned them and put wine in them, the Jews standing there, you don't have to worry about nesach. The Gemara says, if the goy is putting the wine in, what does the Jew standing there being mashkiach help you? It's still asur. The wine is going into a lined container. Asur. The Gemara says no. Gemara is saying as follows. If the goy poured the tar into it and tanned it, and the Jew is putting the wine inside, another Jew is supervising in a choshesh, he's not worried. Gemara says, 1 second, the one Jew is putting the wine in it. Why need another Jew being mashkiach? Why need another Jew watching? Gemara says, Dilma agab tirded minasech, because maybe if this Jew is pouring in the wine, he's busy, he may not realize that the guy might be putting wine in and using it for Avodah Zarah, therefore we need a second guy watching. But is not a different explanation? Really, like the first say, the guy is putting the wine in. And it's still mutar. Why? Because when the guy is putting the wine in, because it's since there's that lining, that pitch, the tar that's inside, it's like putting water into clay, which means it becomes absorbed immediately. The Gemara says, I'm not applying, but that's the case. If a goy puts wine into a container of salt for a Jew, sharik mutar because it also gets absorbed. The Gemara says no. You can't compare that. In the case of the tar, the wine gets absorbed into the tar and no more wine. It's gone. Over here, regarding the wine, it goes into the salt, but it's still there. You still see it, it's still visible. And therefore, the wine would be a sort. Baradi Taya Anas Hanuya Zekim Rabbi Saba Yosef. Baradi, the Arab, took some leather flasks from Ishaq. He put Nesach wine into them and gave it back after he finished. Atash ibn Dashar, he said, what can I do about these flasks? Rabbi Ami said, the halacha is, what do you do? How do you fix it? You should fill them for water for 3 days and empty it to wash it out. The Gemara says, Amar Baba says, not 72 hours straight. 24 hours at a time, you have to change the water. So 3 days, 3 sets of 24 hours of water being washed, being put inside, will get that wine out, residue out. Maybe that only applies to our vessel. Too, but if let's say the goyim's vessels, it won't work. Ben Lakish and Hashlanu works for both. So also, maybe it only applies to leather flasks, but regarding their earthenware jugs, this in and out of water should not work because that earthenware might be more absorbent, therefore it won't work. Therefore, we see Amar Rashi says, even the jugs work, not just the flasks. You could do this water trick.